Hello and welcome to another one of our short interviews, unscripted, unrehearsed and completely off the top of our heads, where we're going round and meeting so many brilliant people across the country who are doing everything they can to get our sovereignty back. Today we're here outside the County Hall in Exeter, where they're having a regional assembly meeting, as you see. And there's a brilliant demonstration going on here. Regional assemblies, very quickly, the European Union is the European Union of the regions. They are trying to break England up into 9 regions. There will be no more England, and each region has an assembly which is answerable to Brussels, funded from and funding to Brussels. The ultimate aim being to cut out Parliament altogether. So there you have the picture. With me today, I'm very, very honoured to have Mr. Graham Booth, who's a member of the European Parliament. And he comes to these meetings, it's three times a year, and he always gets up to speak, which is quite entitled to do. And just about every time they manage to stop him, switch the microphone off, whatever, but that shows you how undemocratic they are. So I'll hand you over to Graham right now, and he can tell you about it. Thank you, Graham.
Thank you, Fern. Yes, I'm a member of the European Parliament for the UK Independence Party in the South-West. I do come along to these South-West Regional Assembly meetings, first of all, to question their legality. They've never been elected by the electorate. They have no vote from anybody to be here. They are financed to some extent from council taxes, which we question the legality of that, because there should be no taxation without representation, according to our constitution. And their accounts are, shall we say, questionable, to say the least. They have a pension fund which is not explained properly. The certification officer has asked them to submit their accounts again, and we can't get access to them because, would you believe it, they are not covered by the Freedom of Information Act. So we find the whole thing here pretty unsavoury. When I try to make points in their assembly, I'm only allowed 3 minutes, by the way, whereas everybody else has a free run. I'm the only one who has a stopwatch running. I do keep to the 3 minutes, but inevitably they heckle because they don't like what I'm saying. That, of course, makes me run over time, and then they switch the microphone off. So I don't consider that to be very democratic at all. I'm here today to present my report from the European Parliament on the committee work that I do there, which I have to say is pretty boring, but we have to go and do these things. I'm on the Committee for Regional Development, which actually is in charge of a massive budget of structural funds and cohesion funds. They have just approved, I voted against it of course, but the committee has approved the budget of 308 billion euros. That's for the period 2007 to 13. Of that 308 billion, 133 billion is going to the 8 new East European countries, Slovakia, Hungary, Poland, Czech Republic and so on. Another 23 billion is going to Romania and Bulgaria, who aren't even members yet. They don't join until next year, but they have that allocation already provided. Britain, on the other hand, which is one of the biggest contributors, is allocated a meagre 9 billion over that entire period. Now, when the British public become aware of where so much of their money is going, and when they look at our health service and see how short of funds we are, when they realise they have to work until they're 68 to get a pension, whereas a lot of the continental countries, France in particular, they retire at 60, 57 if they're in the public sector. When they realise these things and where all of their money, or so much of their money, is going. We're here on Bastille Day today, by the way, which is the French celebration of their First Republic. It will make the storming of the Bastille look like a Sunday picnic when the public realise what's happened and their reaction to it. So those are the sort of things I should be talking about here today. They won't like to hear it, but they are the facts. And we'll wait and see. But I've got a feeling I should be cut off yet again. If I am, this time I shall report them to the Committee of the Regions, although I don't suppose that will do much good. But we do come here and we do try. Thank you, Fern.
Okay, and do I remember something about regional assemblies? There's some issue about them being a limited company. The people sitting in them are responsible for the financing. Is that correct?
Well, these are some of the issues we're trying to get to the bottom of, but they are not affected by the Freedom of Information Act. So a lot of what goes on here is in secret. I think you're right, Fern, but again, we can't establish all of these things for facts. But I'm quite sure you are right.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time today, and good luck at the meeting. Hope they don't cut you off again. Do that. And there's a wonderful saying that says, for evil to flourish, all it needs is for good people to do nothing. And the good people here today, if there were more like this, there would be no evil left, believe me. And if you're really angry about this, as we are, do something, join something, go to the internet, look up the United Kingdom Independence Party website. There are plenty of other websites if you don't fancy that. But do something, join something, go and demonstrate, just shout back at them. Otherwise, they're just going to have their way and our country will be gone. Thank you.
Your time is going out.